What is up, everybody? Can y'all hear me okay? I'm here. Hear you typing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got my mechanical keyboard. I might need to silence it. Yeah, I was so used to, like, I was doing this with like my laptop, so for the longest time. Hey Google, turn lights to soft white. Yeah, so I wasn't, I didn't have this mechanical keyboard, so hopefully it's not too annoying. But I want to conduct the mic checks, make sure we're good to go there before I kind of dive into it. All right, so mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Let's go. All right, I think we are. Why are my lights on? I want my lights on. Let there be light. There we go. I don't want to sit in darkness. It's been a long day. So, hey everybody, this is Stocks for Real. Sorry for the short notice. At the end of the day, your boy hops on when he can hop on the stream. 1 second, I'm getting an error message for the stream. Stream current bit rate is lower than recommended bit rate recommended using. All right, so, talk about some bit rate stuff. I have no idea what's going on here, but hopefully it just works out. So I got a new computer, so streaming is not the cleanest right now, despite having like a brand new setup. You know, streaming better on my laptop, but that's because it had like some upgraded graphics card versus this has integrated graphics. So I still don't have a GPU, so things are a little sluggish for me, but it is what it is. First of all, I want to know how everybody's doing. We're going to get into some stocks. We're going to talk about some plays, but most importantly, if you guys already know, I called out an NVDA call option, right? And it wasn't the best call. Like, I can say that. So it wasn't. I'm going to talk about what I did wrong, right? And that was more in regards to how I announced the play. So me, like, my day just goes, right? Like, so I was looking at it, I kind of seen my levels or whatever, and I was like, okay, I'm getting in. But my full intentions was to hop into this play and then hold it overnight, right? So for me, it didn't really matter or what it was doing in the market that day. Like, so I didn't really need to pay attention, but I did see it, and I did see it just come crashing down essentially to my stop loss that I was telling you guys about. So how I normally would call out plays that I didn't make a video for or give you like a lot of details for, I would typically say, hey, I'm hopping in this play. However, you can probably get a better entry at X level. So that level would have been where I said my stop loss was. That stop loss level, I think it was 107.67, something like that. I can't remember. I'll double check. I think it was 107.76. And that would have been like my trigger to you to, hey, maybe you look for calls. But I just said, hey, I'm hopping in. I think it was kind of like that. And, you know, people may have hopped in, but I did say the stop loss was 107.76. So if you were paying attention, I did give you some risk management. So hopefully you didn't lose bad on that play, because I think we bought it when it was like 108 or 109 or something like that. So essentially that deficit, you were only down like 10-15% from what I recall at that level. So hopefully the risk management was good. But ultimately, that would have been the level to watch for entries if we seen a strong reaction to that level. When I say my stop loss is X, typically what I mean by that is I'm not looking at that level as a hard stop. I'm looking at that level as my potential stop. So I'm watching price action as we approach that level, and then I am making the decision from there whether or not I'm going to exit a play, right? That's going up or down. So if we're approaching a level, a stop level, and I see that volume's going down, I see volumes kind of slowing down, um, then I'm probably thinking, okay, we're probably going to bounce here. Or there's probably going to be some resistance, so I'm not going to be too quick to exit, right? Um, we all probably know what liquidity grabs are. The market makers knows where these stop losses are, especially if they're round numbers or whatnot. So they intentionally shoot past that and then wick back up. And I'm sure a lot of y'all got smoked that way, trading in this market, because the market makers and the computer systems that they have, they know what they're doing and they know how to eat off retail investors. So this is why I never do a hard stop on my stop losses. This is why I give you a level, but it's up to you to understand how price action and liquidity works. I can't, I can't be there for that. So hopefully you had risk management and you didn't fail. Now, on my side of things, that play essentially went down 48% that day for me. Okay. I technically continued to dollar cost average into that play because I knew my other levels going downwards, and I seen volume kind of slowing up at some point there. So it technically wasn't the best move that I've done, but I was pretty committed to Netflix or NVDA turning around and headed back up to about 110 to 112, which it did today, which today is the day that I was supposed to sell out of my position anyway. So it all kind of worked out. Like essentially, I had the opportunity to get out up 20%, up 15 to 20%. So I would have pocketed about $80 on the play, holding it for the entirety of that swing. But I think I ended up losing. No, yeah, I was negative like $60. But hey, a little luck was in there. So I had angels in the charts, apparently. But it's not the way to trade. All right. So I'm gonna go over what I did wrong, like what I seen, and then we'll get into some rapid fire chart analysis. Okay. So let me know if my video is okay. And if you're viewing this, hit the like button. If you're here and you're not subscribed, you won't be able to hop into the chat. So you have to be subscribed to the channel in order to talk. Members of the channel, I will pretty much be paying attention to you all when it comes to requests for tickers, right? Because you guys are priority, and then this is more for you. I'm just making it public in case people are interested in becoming a member. Okay, so let me check the chat. Make sure we're good to go. Let's go. What's up, Alex? No, I got off of work, went to the range, came home, grilled some burgers and brats, hung out with my family, watched some wrestling, and now I'm here. So it's been a busy day. So like I said, I'm a family man first. Family first. I have that tatted right my rib cage. So nothing else comes before that. And you already see up here, it says family first, nothing else matters. Like real talk, that's how I feel genuinely. So I'll never ask, I will never apologize for like not being on here because of family, but do know that I'm always thinking about y'all, and I always want to make sure that I'm finding the time, or I'm making the time to come on here and add value, and then just and educate people the best I can, right? Rather it's through my L's or through my gains. It is what it is. But hey, I'm a family man first. Just know. Everything working fine. Thank you so much, Straight, for letting me know. Let's see. Elite Mark says, yeah, but it's part of the game. It's cool. Yep, it's part of the game. All is well. Yo, yo, yo. I love all the love. All right. Lisa was the first one in the chat. Shout out to Lisa J. Lisa J has a channel. I don't know if you guys know that. She talks a lot about long-term investing, ETFs. And then she also does reviews on like certain discords that she's in. Pretty informative. So if you guys aren't really up on game with Lisa, she does bring something different to YouTube. So I've been following the channel, and I learned some things from her as well. So yeah, head over there and check her out. All right. So that being said, let's get into some stocks. All right. So, hey, Lisa, you know I got to show you love. Like Lisa was right down here with me. Not down here with me, but when I was trying to get my stuff figured out, like she was like my test subject. She was letting me know when I was too dark or not loud enough. So you know, so I appreciate you helping me on my journey, Lisa, for sure. In this YouTube game, it is a beast, and yeah, we do not get paid enough to do this, but we love it. And content creation and helping people, that has to be the mission when you're looking at being a YouTuber, because it's a grind, and if your passion isn't for the people, then you're gonna hate it. That's just all I can say about it. So I want y'all to start thinking about the tickers that you are interested in, okay? Because once I say it's time for the rapid fire chart analysis, it's time for the rapid fire chart analysis. We're going to kick it into high gear and take a look. The market's been absolutely insane, chopping everybody up every which way. Left is right, up is down. So if you've been chopped up this week or last week, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know. It's okay to take some L's, but you know, as long as we can learn from those L's and turn it around, you know, we're good to go. Just the most important thing is being able to stay in the game long enough so you can be there and present for those big runs, you know. So all right, so let's look at NVIDIA. So we're gonna hold on, let me do this, get my screen together, and I need to bring my chat over to the side so I can see. All right. Okay. I think y'all can see me okay. All right. So NVIDIA, I want to say I got in, yeah, it was yesterday, Monday the 10th. So let's go to Monday the 10th. What time frame am I on? All right. Let's figure this out. Monday. Oh, why am I in February? Come on, Rail. Get your stuff together. Going too far. All right, so we're about right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put me a vertical little line so I don't get lost. It's easy to get lost. Where's my line? All right, so I'm put it right before it. All right, so this is the zone essentially we're looking at. So before I even get into this, one thing like we all know is that we were in a technical downtrend. Now, I'm pretty sure I called this out, but it was apparent because the whole market was bleeding, right? It was death by 1,000 cuts, death by 1,000 tariffs. How about that? Because between Trump, Canada, and freaking Mexico, man, it's just been a roller coaster ride. And I think there's just a lot of uncertainty in the market, and short sellers are just pretty much taking advantage of this opportunity to kind of do what you see, have you second guessing your technical analysis, making quick decisions or whatever, just eating away your contracts, right? So this has been a time for us to kind of sit on our hands for those that are swing traders. Scalpers, I mean, you guys probably are doing okay if you have the temperament to survive these wicks, right? And then just trust your process. So, okay, so here we're in this downtrend. I see us hit our descending line of resistance, right? And right before the day, we see us hit again. That was Friday. Okay, now market opens. This is 8:30. This is at market open. Hold on, let me see if I have my electronic sessions here. That's regular hours. Okay, Let's get all the hours in here. And I'm sorry if everything is too small. Let me know. I can tell that my stuff is kind of smaller than normal. All right. So Friday, Monday. So Monday, 5 a.m. we tank, right? 4 a.m. All right. So then market opens right here. Okay. I do not get into oh yeah, I did. Hold on 1 second here. Hold up. I'm trying to remember exactly when I got in. I don't know if it was first thing in the morning, but I want to say this is 104. It was before that. I'm gonna have to look this up. I should have did my homework on myself as far as when I did this, but essentially my level was 107. This will tell me everything. 107.76 if I'm not mistaken. And I think I got in before that. So we made it up here. Yeah, I want to say I got in right around this area of 108. And I'm going to take a look at volume. Ultimately, it was a bad call. I don't know what I was doing exactly, but let's see here. Give me a minute. Bear with me. $106. Yeah, I can't remember exactly when I got in, but ultimately, this was just a bad call. Like I'm looking at it right now, and like there's no like real defending, like hopping into it right away. Like I don't know, maybe I was looking here and I had seen I've seen the candle, but this doesn't make any sense. And I'll tell you why this doesn't make any sense as far as getting in. So let's talk about what I did wrong, right? So essentially, on the 1 minute chart, this had retested the descending line of resistance a few times, right? But as price was going down, you notice that volume was going up. Okay, so there was no like besides these green like bullish volume bars, we're still in the downtrend, right? So this was an indication that we had more to fall to. Now the level was 107.76 if I'm not mistaken. That's where we're tagged at. So we fell to that level, we bounced, and then we just broke right through it. Right now, at this point, y'all should have been out because I called the stop loss, but I noticed that volume was going down, right? So as we were coming here, volume was going down, and we turned around. I hopped in right here again on this bullish volume, but as we went up to this level, I noticed volume going down, so I was hesitant that we were going to continue up. Now, by this point, I was probably close to break even when we came back to 108, but I held anyway. I literally watched this candle. I literally watched it. Well, I couldn't really do anything anyway because it was an overnight hold, right? I literally watched this candle form, and I was like, frick. Like that is a bearish candle. And we're about to come down, and I see the volume going down. So I could have called the short right here, but because we made it back over my key level, I wasn't too sure, right? So I didn't say anything. So sure enough, we came. I seen this. I bought another contract. I think I ended up with 6 total contracts because I got okie doked, right? But now what happened? We turned into a double top, right? Now, of course, I'm not babysitting this the whole day, but you know, I'm seeing what had happened, and I kind of got smoked, right, all the way down. I held all the way through. But one thing I did notice that as we were coming down, I was already down like 48%. As we were coming down, even though this was doing this, right? I also noticed that volume was following suit. Okay? So when I see this, this tells me that the sellers are getting exhausted. You start to see the wicking happen, the bodies get smaller, right? So that was telling me that we had a strong chance of just bouncing out of here. And we did. So eventually we got this demand zone that was established, and then we have some momentum to the upside, right? Into the next day. So we closed with a nice bullish green bar. Buyers kind of stepped up, retesting the top of this ascending or descending line of resistance. Once again, the one thing I'm noticing is that we never came back down to retest the descending line of support. So that was like part of my reasoning for even hopping into the play, because we were finding strength above the top half of this downtrend. So I don't want to stay on this too much longer, but we're almost done. Okay, I promise. But that leads us into today. So essentially, the market, when it opened up on Sunday, I was in the middle of a 101, and I seen NQ open up and flush. So I had a pretty good feeling that the whole market was gonna be coming down before the market even opened. So it just happened after hours, and then on Sunday. Okay, so Monday happens, and we get this nice pop. Am I doing this right? Yeah, Monday. Yeah, so now we're fast forward to the today. Okay, making sure I'm not tweaking. So a couple of things we notice. All right, let's get to the start of the day, which is about right here. Yeah, right here. So before the market opens, we're in this little bit of a downtrend, right? But again, I noticed that in the pre-market, even though this was coming down, I had noticed that volume was also coming down, right? So that told me that this bearishness that we've seen was likely not going to be a big deal. And sure enough, that's what happened. We had our opening candle, which they always try to kill all the contracts, all the stop losses, right? We wicked. I was pretty confident because we made it above the ascending line of previous resistance, and it became support. So I was watching this line in this channel to see if we were going to fall back in. Even though like my main entry was 107.76, I was just paying attention overall, right? So that's what happened, right? And then we had this run up first thing in the morning, which I had the opportunity to get out with about, like, I don't know, 20% gains, something like that. So, but I held through. Why did I hold through? Well, mainly because of these big green candles, right, that we had. We had this large demand and then an imbalance here. But what I didn't account for maybe was the data that came out, right? I think it was the consumer or the CPI. I got to double check, but that's probably what happened here. Just a reaction though. I did know about it before this happened, but I figured that it was going to be a reaction to the news first instead of a complete like pump or dump. Okay, just because of how the market is right now, right? So anyway, so we did this, and this was kind of scary because we were seeing an increase in selling pressure, right? But again, we came back to retest this descending line of now support. We did not confirm below, so I still was pretty okay with holding my position. So I held all the way through all of this, right? That is not the way to trade. But at the end of the day, because I'm like the account I trade out of is a swing trade, I just didn't want to hop out of the play and then hop back into the play and then not be able to hop out of the play until tomorrow. So I just didn't want to hold any more contracts overnight, right? So that's just me. So anyway, I mean, it kind of played out, right? So we bounced off of here and we pretty much shot all the way up, and we got some profits. We got to be happy about that. So I mean, that's just kind of what happened. I don't know. Again, these little dips right here, the volume didn't match. The volume didn't match. That's all I know, right? So those were things I was looking for to kind of hold my position as this thing was kind of going. So then this leg up, I was confident in this move. Why? Because we have an increase in volume on our way towards the upside, right? So I had indicators that was kind of helping me out, including the EMAs, but I wasn't really shaken. I mean, but at any point, this market can turn around on us, and we could just get slapped up. So, it was risky the whole way, but we made it to a new high from here. So ultimately came out on top, but that's not how you trade. Like that was very that was uncharacteristic of me. Like that was something I would do probably like 2 years ago. It's just not something you should do because then now you're gambling. Even though I see all the price action and stuff, when we're in this state of manipulation, you just gotta take it for what it is because you just don't know where they're going to send us next. So my apologies for that long-winded explanation. I just wanted to make sure that I covered it because I did feel kind of bad calling something out without giving a little bit more context. I gotta either pause and take the time to do it or just don't say anything at all, right? Because I'd rather do that than to put you guys in a position. Even though you're in charge of your own portfolio, you make your own decisions. I don't want to be, you guys, I mean, you look at my plays. So I just don't want to be the guy. When me and Rail got in, I got smoked. I don't want that to be like a norm or something that like you see from me. In the Discord, they said we're getting on the rail train, and we got more of those to come, but we got to get through the manipulation here, okay? So I take full ownership in everything that I do. I apologize to anybody that affected. The only thing I can say to you is hopefully you use the stop loss and practice risk management, and you're in charge of your own portfolio. I bear responsibilities for putting half information out, but make sure that you understand that this is not financial advice or a suggestion for you to buy or hold or sell anything, okay? This is just me telling you what I'm doing, but what I'm doing can be stupid. So you gotta be careful. Any leaps for NVIDIA looking good to you? All right, so I'm gonna talk about that. And then after this topic on this question from B Finn, I'm just gonna call you B Finn. Hey, 80s baby, shout out to you. I'm 87 too. So with NVIDIA, this entire downtrend for me, I've pretty much been picking up shares of NVIDIA. So this entire downtrend, I was focused on acquiring 100 shares of NVIDIA, right? So I did that, and then the moment that we kind of popped from like 105, I then got into cash secure puts. So now I have a contract that expires, I want to say next week, to which that once it expires, I'm going to own 100 shares of NVIDIA for $75 a share. So that's the strike price that I went with. When you are that far out the money, you're not really collecting any premium. I didn't care about the premium. The premium was like $15, whatever. I didn't care about that. The only thing I cared about is having more of this company for as cheap as I possibly can. So that's what I did. That's my leap, I suppose, for that. As far as a options contract goes, now, essentially, what we want to look for with NVIDIA is we need to break above 111.27 and then hold the line here. And find support. Now, I really should clear my chart and reset and just get a better view. So I think I might do that and zoom out and give you that look. But after this NVIDIA, I know somebody asked about Tesla, so I'll get into that as well. All right. So without further ado, we are moving into the rapid fire chart analysis. So what this is, we're going to look at some plays. Y'all give me the tickers. I'm going to do a quick chart analysis. I might see a play I like, and it might become one of my options trade plays for the week. I might ask you some questions like, why are you looking at this stock? Are you looking to trade it? Are you looking to play options? Are you looking to hold it long term? Like, because sometimes I look at these plays and I just wonder, like, what are we looking to do here? Because sometimes you ask me to look at something and it's like, what are we looking for, right? Like, so as if like either you didn't see anything or you just don't know what to do. And to that point is why I ask questions. All right. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna zoom out. I'm gonna zoom out on NVIDIA. Now, when you zoom out on this stock, it looks pretty scary, to be honest. So I'm going to take it for what it is and play my zones. I'm gonna play my zones and then see what we got. Yep. So my zone for playing NVIDIA is going to be 101.59 to 136.20. All right. All right. So let me do this. I'm just setting my chart up because this is the one that I'm gonna like do a little slower, just because I want to take a quick peek. All right. So all right. So essentially, this is what I see with NVIDIA. Right now, we're bearish. Obviously, we're in this downtrend, right? And even when you look at this candle, it's a indecision candle, right? It's a spinning top on the daily, right? So we didn't really finish with any direction. Now, one thing I see with NVIDIA is that we have an increase in volume and we have a declining or sell-off. So this right here is confirming that we're still pretty bearish here, okay? So we could see some more downside given the economic data. I have no idea, but for us to do so, we would need to find excuse me. Hold up. So this zone right here is like a no trade zone. That's a no trade zone. So essentially, to go short with NVIDIA, I need to see us fall below 96.98, right? Now, if we have bearish momentum into 101.59, then I would consider hopping into an early entry on shorts, but 101.59 would definitely be my stop loss, right? If I hopped into a short here. So we will see what happens at this level. But if we don't fall through, this will be a great entry for a long leap option. Okay, I'll say that. So if we can wait, and if NVIDIA can fall to here, 102 or 101.59, then I can see us going to at least 119.27 before we do a little retracement here and then maybe break up to retest 136.20. So for a leap for NVIDIA, 101.59 support would be the ideal entry for me. Hopefully that looks fire to you, because it looks fire to me. All right, so yeah, I'm going to be paying attention to that level, so much so that I'm going to set my alert. I'm going to set my alert before the level. That way I am ahead of the game. So my phone's going to go off, buzz, buzz. Hey, it's time to look at NVIDIA. I'm going to leave a message. Look for potential leaps. And I'm even going to give y'all the strike price. Strike price 108 to 111. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. The max for my strike on this, max strike, would be probably be about 115 to 120. So like I'll say 119. That'll be my max strike price on a call. So if it goes off, look what I got. Y'all see my screen? I got a little alert that says, hey, it's time to do it. And on my phone, this message that you see that I just typed will just pop up on my phone as a notification. It'll say, hey, look for potential leaps. Then I'll look at it. If I like it, then I'm going to let my Discord know. And then the rest will be history. So, all right. What expiration? I don't know. Whenever you want. So, my expiration for a play like this is going to be dependent on how expensive the contracts are. Okay. So, ideally, it would be 1 to 2 weeks out. And the reason for that is because I don't see NVIDIA taking forever to get to this level. Essentially, if the market gets positive, let's say that America and Canada come to an agreement with these tariffs, right? And the war of tariffs end, then I could see everything shooting up like a rocket, right? Because we won't have any kind of confusion as far as what's going on. So right now, I think we're threatening them with 50% tariffs on steel. They're threatening to shut off the lights on Minnesota, Michigan, and then like one other state. I don't know, but definitely taxing on more tariffs there. So we'll see. But you can, the shorter your expiration, the cheaper your contract. I just don't know if it'll be within the same week. Now, if it's a Monday that I get in on this, then I could see myself getting like a Friday expiration. Now, if it's a Thursday or a Friday entry, then I can see myself grabbing a next week or a week after that expiration. And I would probably hold something like this over the weekend on a YOLO thing. All right, so there you go. Now, somebody said Tesla. I'm going to get into Tesla. I'm not going to cover the spot here because that's something I'm going to cover with the Megalodons and the Orcas and Anglers. So if you're not a member of the Discord, please consider joining. Otherwise, not the Discord, but the YouTube channel. We just happen to have a Discord. You can find me there. If you have like questions, I'm always present. Otherwise, I'm in KGU. That's home for me. I will always be there. So if you are a member of Keenan Grace's Discord, then I am a crown member over there going by the name of Cook and Rail or Stocks for Rail. So just add me if you guys need anything. All right. So Tesla. Who asked about Tesla? And I'll be quick, but my mouth is dry. So going forward, every stock that I look at is going to be less than 2 minutes, maybe a minute. Okay. So we're going to pound through this. All right. So now I don't know if you're day trading Tesla. I don't know if you're swing trading Tesla. All I know is what I see. So I'm just going to do that. Okay. I'm going to clear my chart and remove all the stuff. And then we're just going to take a look and solely on price action. I'm not going to look at volume profile. I'm not going to look at anything but what I see as it relates to price action. Okay. So, we are definitely on a downtrend, which we already know. We have a floor there that we're approaching, and then that's my zone for Tesla right now. All right. So, given that, where are you? Okay. Nope. Yep. Hold on. Just give me a minute. Okay. So with Tesla, obviously this is scary, right? Sell off. We already know probably why there's a sell off right now for Tesla, but I'm not going to get into the politics. Ultimately, we've had descending channels pop, descending channels pop, and now we just have a massive sell off. Now, my question would be like, what does the volume look like? So that'll be the one indicator that I'll use like all the time, and as it relates to everything. All right, so a couple things to point out here with Tesla. One, we're in a strong downtrend. We have volume increasing while the price is decreasing, but we're approaching a key level at 209.22, right? And also down here, if you pay attention to the MFI, it's an indicator I use. I mean, you can use RFI, I don't care. I mean, you do whatever you do, MACDs, but we're approaching an oversold territory. So I can see us falling into this zone and then looking to turn things around. But as of right now, everything is, what just happened? Everything is definitely still bearish with Tesla. So I would not be looking to get into calls on Tesla quite yet. We have an imbalance and we have supply up here. Anything below 239 is bearish. Anything above it is bullish. All right, for now. Okay, so that being said, if you're looking to play Tesla, I would be looking to play calls with support above or at this level, and my stop loss would be tight for the most part. So I'm looking for weakness going back into this level as a potential stop, and vice versa. So there you go. All right, so moving on. What's next? What we got? Netflix breaks below 889, 891, gap from 3.7, entering a short position. First profit trim is 881.11, targeting a potential drop to 871 for the second trim. Hey, I love you putting in your details in your risk management in the chat. We can take a quick peek at Netflix. Let's see if we agree. The people in the Discord, they were talking about getting to Netflix, and they asked me if I was getting in yet. I said no. I told them I was waiting until, man, I forgot when I told them. But hold on. Either which way, we're about to find out right now. Because I do like Netflix, and I am interested in starting a position with Netflix. However, mention stocks for real. 1 second, I want to know this. Netflix. Nope, that's not it. Netflix. Yeah, it was my boy. It was I think it was my boy Kobe and Dropper. Both of them were looking at Netflix. I think it was a Dropper. Yep, he tagged me. So he asked me if I'm buying Netflix, and I get it because they're about to spend a lot of money on content, but they've already been spending money on content. So I am looking to buy Netflix. It's between $681 and $700. So that's where I like it. I'm not touching Netflix until it falls that far. I see it. Let me get rid of my chart. Let's reset. Now, we can't time the bottom. That is a fact. But looking at this, what do we see? Right? So we're in a technical uptrend. However, we broke this ascending channel. So this is no longer respected, right? We fell far from it. We have an imbalance. I don't know if you can see my screen, but I'll zoom in. And this is the daily. I'll zoom in more, but I'm just showing you what I see. So as of right now, unless we get like a major news catalyst, I don't see anything that's supporting Netflix essentially down here. Personally, as this goes down, volume is increasing again, right? So that means that sellers are still in play. The only thing that could that might turn things around is right here. I see it was oversold and it's popping back in. So, but we're in seller's territory. So I don't know. Maybe I'm a little too greedy, because 823 might be a better entry, but I like 700. I like this level. I'm interested in Netflix at $700. Right? We need to fall through this camp. Now, I'm hoping that we see a head and shoulders. So we retrace, retest. Well, that's good. That's still a great move, right? But I would love to see that, in all honesty. But whatever. So Uber. A lot of people ask me about Uber, and I don't understand the interest in it. I just don't. I don't know. The levels that I just showed that I'm deleting are levels that I did from our last rapid fire analysis. Yeah, dude. I don't like Uber. Uber's been trading in this pocket and is in a D-shaped formation. I'll get rid of that, but essentially it's trading sideways. Right? It's trading sideways. So you looking at Uber, you're playing the bottom or you're playing the top, right? Or you're waiting for a breakout because it's showing you the pattern that it's in, right? Now it's about to retest this level right here, and it has a decision to make. So if you're looking at Uber and you just like the options contracts or whatever, then you're looking for price action to show a reversal around this area. The hard thing I find right now is that I don't see a solid area for demand. Maybe if I zoom in a little bit, I might get a little bit more, but nah, I don't like it. So for me and Uber, I'm playing the bottom and I'm playing the top. If I was to play NVIDIA, I'm sorry, Uber. But you can see how it reacts to this level. This is what you're looking for. You're looking for a strong reaction at this level. And then a rocket. Because that's what it's been doing. Let's go to the last time it did it. Right? Fell through the level, came above the level, but opened above it with strong momentum. Even though it started to die, whatever. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like Uber. All right, so RGTI. I already, yeah, man. I remember you talking about this. Unfortunately, it's a bad time for the stock. What is it? $1.76 RGTI. Am I right? Oh, close enough. All right. So yeah, this is on both you and my radar, man. As a potential like, oh no, this isn't the same stock. Nope, this is not what I was thinking about. My bad. What stock am I thinking about? Load faster. RZLV. That's what I was thinking about. My bad. Rigetti Computing. Okay. I like computer type companies, but this one. All right. So I kind of like it. I kind of like this as a potential reversal. Like I see what's going on here. I mean, it's obvious, right, that we're just on the 4-hour. So we got this pattern going on, right? And I can see us pretty much in a descending triangle. Okay? Something like that, where we create this here, this type of pattern. Let me make sure I got the lingo right. I have a cheat sheet on patterns, so I don't need to think. I'm from the Army, and we say if you're not cheating, you're not trying. So I keep stuff in my pocket, resources readily available, so I don't need to use my brain. So this is a symmetrical triangle, roughly. It could play into this, right? It can play into a symmetrical triangle, but they say that it's supposed to continue down, like in this type of pattern. But I'm not sure, but I am pretty positive that this is about to turn around and head back up to this level. So from where it fell to, which was 672, to I can see it retesting this descending line of resistance at $12. Why can I see it? Well, mainly is because of volume. I'm seeing volume is steadily decreasing as this is decreasing. So that means that the sellers are becoming exhausted and the buyers just need to step up to take over. They are not there yet, but there is a chance. There is a chance. So let's zoom in, and I'm gonna move on from this stock too, but so this big green candle happened, and essentially, hold up, let's go with my 4 hour. All right, 4 hour looks a little bit better. All right, so 4 hour, you're essentially seeing demand somewhat established right here. So this is kind of your zone. This is your wall, right? This is your floor essentially in your basement. Like, so if this breaks, then you're screwed. But so 612 is the bottom of that demand zone, and the top of it where it's already bounced from is about 691. So from here, I mean, you can fall back to this level, but I would just be looking for a strong reaction here if it does fall down this way. Okay. As of right now, it is showing some bearishness, but it's still in bull territory. Okay. So there you go. What else we got? Is RGTI a good stock for covered calls? I don't know, because I don't know anything about the company. I'm sorry. But I mean, I guess any stock can be good for recovered calls. It just depends on the volatility of the stock. So if you understand how a stock moves, right, and you can acquire 100 shares and there's enough volatility, then yeah, you can play covered calls. Like if you know that at this level it always is rejected strongly, then that's where you place your covered calls. It doesn't really matter what company you go with. You can go with a cheap company for as long as the options contracts they make sense, right? You don't want anything with large spreads, right? So, and you want volume and stuff like that. So, and your Greeks have to be all good. So, thanks. That was very helpful. Yep, my pleasure. Hey, there's a lot of gray in here and not a lot. I see some green. So everybody that's green, they're members of the YouTube channel. They get more in-depth analysis and breakdowns. If you want to become a member, I'm going to do a quick pause and send y'all a link just to keep it easy. And we'll welcome you with open arms, right? So here's the link to join the channel. Feel free to click it just to see what the perks are. And then if you decide you want to join, just choose a tier that works best for you, okay? I'm going to pin this to the top of the comments. All right. Let's get out of this screen and let's see what we got. Hood Leaps, $100 January 27 expiration, around $400 right now. It's $400 for Hood Leaps? Are you asking me? Like if that's a good contract? Are you asking me if we're in a good spot to do that? Like, I don't know. You gotta let me know. Meta taking puts below 595 could target. Oh, let me just bring this over here. Where is he? Meta. What do you say? Oh man, I need to get a graphics card. Pronto. Could target the support zones to 585, which aligns with the December levels. And yeah, it's just crazy that Meta was just $100 and now it's at 585, and I just feel like so dumb. You know, I don't feel dumb, but I feel like I missed out. You said yes. I don't know what yes means. Oh, yeah. Yes, what? Yes, do you want me to look at the stock? I'll look at the stock. I asked a couple questions in there, so that's why I'm asking. It's like, yes, are you asking me about the contract? Yes, are you asking me about the stock or the charts? So I'm just gonna pull up the charts and just assume you want to see the chart. What was that? Was Hood? All right. So what do we got? So you're looking at calls right now for Hood? Nah, not me. Not me. Nope. Uh, Not saying it's necessarily bad, but I mean just zooming out alone. Okay. I'm just gonna do my thing. See where my levels are. All right. So for me, that's my hood. That's my hood. This is my hood zone. And the hood is trading. It's in the downtrend, right? It's in the technical downtrend. We see that. And I think I need to correct this just a little bit. Okay. So when I see something like this, I know this range is kind of tight, but it's just kind of how I'm seeing it right now. Tight range. I'm not seeing. Hold on. Let me check this out. I always look previously. So you see this range, like it is a sideways action going on. So you can probably play the tops and bottoms of this too, 36 to 43, for as long as it maintains support here. Now you see how it's reacted to this line. Oh, come on now. We see the liquidity grabs and all that stuff, right? This right here is a massive amount of demand. Like, so this zone, it has a pretty big zone to play with. Let's go demand, and let's go here. Let's go back, see what we got. And yeah, we got supply. We got supply. All right. Give me a minute. I'm trying to help you out. Oh, shit. Hopefully Netflix or YouTube didn't pick up on the S word. I get demonetized. Right. God dang it. Okay, I did it. Okay. All right. So, hood. Welcome to my hood. Well, this is what I see on hood, right? I got my demand zone. I got my supply zone. I see where my sellers are. I see where my buyers are. As of right now, this is 4 hour. Let's just zoom in to the 1 hour to see what we're looking like. So this is a pretty strong move. This happened in the morning AM. Okay, then we opened. We had a bull move up, but we have a decrease in volume. So as of right now, we're seeing some. It's not too bad, you know, but we're not seeing consistency. Buyers are here, but they're trying to be here. This is demand. So you want to buy into demand, right? Like typically that's how you move. But again, with data and economic concerns or whatever, we just don't know. But my take on this is that if we can see bullish momentum or strength above this level of 36.61, then yeah, you might be good with calls all the way back up to the supply zone here. Okay. I could see this as a potential move. I do not see anything beyond that though. If we fall below this zone, then we're going to retest this descending line of resistance, right? Which will send us to, oh man, did I miss it? I think it'll send us there. Yep. And we have a point before there, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I spent too much time on hood. But essentially, hood to $29. Let's go. All right. Where's my chat at? What else we got, y'all? Target. All right, Target. Okay, I'll do target. Entire market is in downtrend. Question is, how much more does it fall below becomes a good buy? Yep. So I think I just covered that. Let me know if I didn't. But essentially, I said if it falls below this level, just to recap, 34.12, then you're likely to see, um, you're likely to see you're likely to see 31.72. So like a move like this. So if it falls below here, then you can see a move here and then a little chop up around this area. And then before it continues down to this level. Maybe. Right? Or it'll turn around. It can bounce from here too. It can take this and then just go right back up. I don't know. But I'm just saying what I see. If there's more bleeding to do. Essentially, this line that you see right here, it needs to live above it. Otherwise, we're bearish. So, yeah, we're bearish for as long as that if we don't break 37.41, we're going down. Okay. Yep, my pleasure, man. All right, target. All right, I think we're getting a little long here. Saying that this video is be 15 minutes is false advertising. I swear it's straight up false advertising because it's always longer. All right. Okay, so I'm looking at Target. What are we trying to do with Target? Because Target is a woke mess right now, from what I see. Let's just zoom out. Tell me what interests you in Target. Because this guy is not pretty. I don't like anything. 2, 3. Yep, I'll do that. Okay. I read where we should enter a call on red candle and vice versa. Is that accurate? I read where we should enter a call on red candle. I don't know what that means. Like, so are you asking me if you should enter a call if a candle is red? Like, that is what's the word I'm looking for? That's subjective, I suppose. Like that's dependent on price action, right? Because a red candle can have a long bottom wick and a small body, and it could be a hammer at the bottom of a downtrend, and that would indicate a potential reversal. So yeah, you could do a call on red candle, but the situation needs to be proper, if that makes sense. Okay. Looking at this, like, we fell below like this gap, which looks like it was an opening gap of some sort, right? We fell below it and we ate right through it. So when I see this, typically we fall below it, we retest it, and then we continue down. So Target could be going to $89. It really could. And I don't know. All I know is that unless this gets above like 130 with some strength, then yeah, it's bearish. When you have an increase in volume like this aggressive as it's coming down right here, that aggressive, yeah, man. I think that's the word confluence. I don't know. But yeah, no. I don't know what you want to say about Target, but it's not for me. If you're looking for a call on Target, then I'm looking for a bounce at 88.61 or strong momentum through 130. Okay. I'm gonna do 3 to 5 more. Please, if you're not subscribed to the channel and you're watching, please subscribe, because then you'll be able to actually type in any requests. Also, if you're not a member and you're following, consider becoming a member. You might see me do options trades on YouTube like once a week or once in a while, I suppose. But in the Discord, because I'm so active, I'm giving out plays like multiple times a week, typically. So if that's something that you're interested in, we are also doing classes. There's a free one-on-one class that we're doing for the entire Discord. That way we're all talking the same language. And then for there's a more advanced class for the Megalodons, to which we cover all things chart related. So you can just get your knowledge up. So, all right. The membership link is at the top of the comments. It's pinned to the top. I'm not buying from store. I'm making money. Hey, I hear you on that. I understand. I mentioned that in relation to puts, not politics. I couldn't care. Hey, I feel you with I can't care less. But if I'm looking at a play or a stock, like, I honestly only care about the chart. But at the same time, if I'm not searching for news or politics, but I know about it, then that means that everybody knows about it, right? So when you get to that level of news, essentially, for a particular company, then that could aggressively affect the move in the direction of the stock. So, in the strength of the direction. So right now, I'm seeing a strength towards the downtrend on target, and probably has something to do with some type of news, right? Likely it's just tariffs, because department stores are probably going to get slapped up, because China, we get all like a good amount of our goods from China. So, and that's not gonna bode well for department stores. Okay. All right. I think I'm done with the charts. Please hit the like, subscribe button, and then consider becoming a member. I'll sit here for about 2 minutes to answer any questions. And then let's see. It's 10 o'clock my time. I'm not doing anything else after this, but for the members, if you're an Orca, Angler, Megalodon, do know that we're probably gonna do a midweek analysis. We typically do a weekly analysis, but I think because of the volatility and how far we're moving, or how aggressive we're moving, I think it's precedent to takes precedence to kind of review the charts midway through the week, so we can be refined, right, and more prepared for what's to come. So, all right. Yep. Exactly. All right. Yeah. So 1 minute, and then I'm going to skate. All right. Any questions that you have of me? Anybody? First of all, I do appreciate all the participation. I know people are already cut out because I'm not doing charts anymore. But I do appreciate all the questions, because it literally makes the live stream. So shout out to y'all for coming in here and having something to talk about, or having questions. Rather, it's just confirming what you already know, or just getting you some more like a different perspective on a play, right? Because we all look at the charts different, but at the end of the day, there's 1,000 indicators out there, and we can all come out with the same conclusion. Just different ways to go about it. My way is price actions, liquidity, supply, demand, support, resistance, that stuff. Okay, but there's more to it. There's more to it. All right. All right, I think that's all I got. Those that are green, your names are green. Just you can catch me in Discord if you have any questions. You already know that. Time, appreciate it always, man. Hey, shout out to y'all. I appreciate you, Alex. Okay. All right. This is Docs for Real. Take care.